car in front. They're still in fourth, trying to chase down third. Looks like one of the hypercars made a mistake or something, came into contact possibly, but ended up in front of us at the moment. We're going to need to get by the LMP2 car in third place that we're trying to chase down. It might slow them down a little bit. They don't really have a very good run on them in the backstretch there. I'm surprised. The GTP definitely has the power to catch the LMP2 quicker than that, I thought. They're going to possibly compromise them a little bit in turn 1 and 2. The hypercar ended up behind the LMP2 car in front of us, and we closed the gap to the hypercar. Just a few tenths now behind third place. I think the lights behind us are some unusual lights. That could be a hypercar back there, struggling to keep up with the LMP2 class. We've got another hypercar in front here. The hypercar is struggling to get by the car in front of them, and it does look like a Porsche hypercar behind us too. That is the GTP class for both of these cars. Having a hard time keeping up with the LMP2s. We're going to be compromised here a little bit by the hypercar, Porsche hypercar in front of us now. They got their tires back in the table. You can see that very fast though. So there's two hypercars now, not in our class, in between us and third place in front of us. Let's see, fifth might be closing the gap a little bit. They were in front of us earlier, but I'm not sure they can catch and pass yet. We'll see. Car in front of third, getting a little compromised by the hypercars now, the GTP class. trying to get by. That Porsche hypercar that passed us not long ago. We're still within a second of third place now, though. And actually, since the GTP just passed them, we're just a few tenths behind, getting really close to third place right now. You can see the rest of the cars in our class just coming out of that corner. We're not too far from the leaders of this field. Car behind starting to catch up a little bit, though. Let's see if we can stay away from them. We'll eventually be running into GT3 traffic here soon, I think. Pit window is open now. Should have been open at the end of last lap, I think, even. We're going to wait a little bit before we take our pit stops. Hypercar off to the side of the track on the inside. We're going to get around them. Fifth place is starting to close the gap a bit. We're still just a few tenths behind third, and you can see the Porsche hypercar not too far ahead still. Hypercars get in contact with each other off the side of the track, going to block the car behind a little bit. We've got a Cadillac GTP right behind us right now. I don't know if they're going to pull into the pits. GT3 cars just ahead now. We'll come up on them quick. This is very messy here. Trying to make a move. We're going to block that there. Up to third in our class right now. 4 GT3 cars just ahead, right as these GTP hypercars got in the way. Not sure how we're up to third, what happened. I didn't see an LMP2 car off the track. Those are both hypercars. It could be wrong. 4 GT3s just ahead. Fourth place right on our tail. We're going defensive. Running the traffic too. Cadillac hypercar off the side of the track again. I think that was the same one that was in front of us earlier. Pushing in a little bit. We're trying to create a gap and catch back up to the car in front of us. Maybe a little apart. of those racers. Catching another GT3 car. We're going to slow us up a little bit, coming to the back stretch. We're going to get a decent passing though. Ooh, car behind. Lose control just a little bit. It's going to open up the gap even more. We're still less than a second to the car in front. Inside of turn 1, looks like up to second in our class. Cars in front may have decided to pit early. We'll see when we come out of the pits. Trying to chase down the car in front, still less than a second gap. Porsche GT3 as we're coming to the entrance of the backstretch again. We've got a pretty good gap to the car behind now. Second in our class, trying to chase down first. They may have gained a little bit of time on us because of the traffic here. Hopefully we can get past the GT3 cars quickly upcoming here. And see the black LMP2 car, the number 1 in first in our class, just ahead, less than a second there. We're in second place now in the number 2 car. Just about 20 minutes into the race. We're going to need to pit within the next couple of laps. Looks like we might be closing the gap to the car in front right now. We have stayed out. I think we're in front of the GT3 field at the moment. It's best to get as far out in front as we can, so Some hypercars in front of the LMP2 and behind us. I do not see another car back there for a while. Hypercar just ahead, now getting in the way of first place in our class. We might slow them down just enough for us to make a move for first. We're now going to be right there, nose to tail with first place. Fraction of a second behind. Hypercar behind us probably isn't going to challenge soon. I don't think they want to get in the way of this battle. So maybe a couple lap battle. We're going to have to pull into the pits soon. Car in first is pulling to the pits. We're going to stay out. One more lap. We're going to lead this race in our class. At least one lap here. Pretty clear track in front and behind. Looks like the hypercar behind is going a little wide. We're hoping to make that pass on the track and then in the pits. We'll see where we are when we come out of the pits soon. Just about 25 minutes in. 10 minutes remain in the race. We've got hypercars in front and behind. Should have a pretty clear track coming to the pits. Hopefully we can bring it in faster than they did. Gonna have a hypercar coming to the inside. That'll be okay. They'll get past us well before we have to pull in. And we are in the pits. Gonna be looking for first place, the black LMP2 car. When we come out, we should be close. And we're off. Who is that back there? Is that the car we're looking for? It looks like it. Oh, we're going to be slightly behind. That is still close. We're right there. We're going to have cold tires though. We have to watch out for that. Currently second in our class, I think. Not a lot of time remains. Looking to see if we can catch back up to the black LMP2 car in front of us to get first place. I think we're currently in second. We'll see what it says when we cross the line here. Second place in our class, started fourth. Looking to run down first, you can see him right there. Hypercar behind, losing control, going sideways in the middle of the track. Just about 30 minutes into the race now, about 5 minutes remain. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is in the GTP class. Time expires. We'll catch up to some more GT3 cars just ahead. Going wide into the grass to avoid the GT3 car there. But we did maintain our position there. GT3 car off on the side of the road, coming back on now. Not sure if that slowed down the car in front of us though. Leader in LMP2 cars, who we're trying to chase down now, a little more than a second behind. Maybe two now. Getting past some more GT3s ahead. Getting through some GT3s here, we have some hypercars in front of us as well. Trying to get through the traffic. Gonna be busy for a minute. You can see first in our class right there, we're touching the dirt a little bit. GTP in front of us is one that's barely been able to stay in front of the LMP2s. I hope they don't hold us up too much here. Closing the gap to first place in our class now. Traffic up ahead has slowed them up, as well as the hypercar just getting by. We're now tenths of a second from first place here. Right on their tail now. GT3 cars just ahead as well. Got a hypercar in front of us, a Porsche hypercar. We're going to have to go a little bit wide there. Now we're going around the GT3 cars. I think we made it. I think time is expiring soon. I'm not quite sure where the leader is. We've got one more lap or not. We'll find out soon. Looks like we're going to get a better exit in that on the final backstretch here. Within tenths of a second of first place. The GTP car slowed it up for us or something. We're needing to block now. We're gonna stay in the draft. Flag is out. It was tough to see. It is nighttime. I think that's a white flag. Last lap here. Right on the tail of first place right now. That's the number 5 car in first place. I thought we were behind number 1 there. I'm not sure what happened. A little bit of a switcheroo here. And then just misremembering. Right on the tail of first place right now. Oh no, GT3 car spun us. We have lost a few spots now, trying to get it back. We were up there battling for first place in the GT3 car, just got right in our quarter panel. Looks like we may have fallen 2 spots down to 4th. Another LMP2 car right behind us. We seem to be faster, trying to find our way by now. Oh, GT3 car spun and sent the LMP2 car behind us into the wall. Big time on the last lap. We were right on the tail of this number 4 car. I'm pretty sure we could get by. They are blocking and defending the line. We're going to go back out. Unbelievable, on the last lap, GT3 cars taking out some LMP2s. So close. So close. Well, we started 4th and we finished 4th. We almost had first on this one. So close. We went from an 1867, we gained 13 points. We're up to an 1880 now. Getting close to that 1900. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.